What is up, guys? YodaDaWise here once again. The time we've all been waiting for, well, a lot of us have been waiting for, is the 4th anniversary, 4-year anniversary event. On top of that, we just got an update yesterday. So there's a lot of new features, there's new gear, and it's expensive to get it. So let's take a look at all that. So, for the new gear, we're going to find it in our time-limited item redeem. So, first we have the Fire Spirit, some pants there. It's going to do an increase in trigger rate, defense, and dodge. The trigger rate for skills, that could possibly be a really big game changer for, you know, the already OP Rogers, OP Dragon Slayer, even for the Mysterious Warrior and its skills that are going on there. We have the Ambition, which is a chest piece. It's going to be your typical crit wither, resistance weakening effect, and tear suppression. Now, we haven't seen tear suppression in a long time, so I'm not quite sure how they're trying to bring that back with that one. There's also a new weapon and headpiece, which we'll go to in another section here, because it's not available at the moment. But the thing is, these pants are going to be very expensive to get if you typically don't spend money. Now, the reason for that is because it's going to take 200 ether coins. Now, if you were here last year and you got the 3-year commemorative medal, you can exchange that for 100 ether crystals. So that gets you halfway there. And if you have it, use it. Otherwise, it becomes useless, and at some point they'll finally credit you Melange, which is not worth it. But you have to get 200. Okay? Now, the only easy way to get these is to spend money. This $100 pack, it's only going to give you 10. The $20 pack doesn't give you any. The $50 pack gives you 30. And in order to get 50, you have to come over here and spend $100 in USD. This price will be different for anybody in other countries, in whatever your currency is. Now, you get 100 ether coins for free for having the 3-year anniversary medal. It's going to cost you another $200 to get another 100. Yes, right now in the daily missions you can get 2 per, or spend $20 and get 4 per, but you're only going to be able to get 20. Yeah, it's late for me, math. So that'd be about 56 of these going this way if you spend $20. If not, you're only going to get 28, getting the 2 at a time over the next 14 days. So, realistically, unless you spend money, you're not going to be able to get the pants. Is it worth it? More than likely. I mean, this skill trigger rate is definitely different. I guess the devs are finally trying to put something new in the game that we haven't seen before. And with the dodge and whatnot, I mean, could you imagine that on like a Stella? And then with already a 60% plus an additional 10, it'd probably go up to about 14 maybe, I think. 14% after you get that to at least level 30. So this could be fairly interesting. It's just that personally I'm not going to go spend another $200 just to get it right now, because guaranteed within the next couple months or so it's going to pop up and you're not going to have to spend that much to get it. So those who wait, it just depends on how impatient you are. Moving on. So yeah, we have the weapons here: the Truth, Eternal Night, and Reincarnation again. We have the Phantom Pants and the Overlord Pants. And then we have these, which you can craft for less. This is going to cost you a lot more in terms of boxes to get these. So I mean, if you're gonna use the super chests to get the boiling blood, use it on something that's going to actually make a difference. You can always make these, or have a guild make these, and sell it to you for dirt cheap in the market. Then you got your standard magazine pack, melange, and the optional resource chests. And I don't know why they would even put an hour speed up in there. I think that's worthless. Be smart. Don't waste the fireworks on it. Anytime you see a Crimson Flame, it means we got behemoths back. Behemoths are probably like the best monsters they've made in terms of gold reward, and they go up to level 9. Still waiting to see if they'll ever make a level 10. But yeah, the level 9 gives you 30 gold, and it's really simple when you have at least tier 9 to beat it. I have seen guildmates beat it with tier 8. They just had to have a lot of leads in an X or a Stella to do it, or Dragon Slayer with the 8 tier. The total daily recharge, this is going to change every day. If you look on their Facebook, Arc of War Facebook page, you'll be able to see what each day is going to be, so you can kind of plan accordingly in terms of if you're going to actually buy gold. Look to see what you're going to get. This will change, the bots will change, and the magazines will also change into something different each day. One day might be better in terms of what you need than another. Now, this is the simplest way to get to that 4-year medal. Alright? You don't want to spend a bunch of money just to waste 60,000 gold that you're probably not going to want to buy. This is how I got to the 58,928 that I have right now, okay? So I went over here and I exchanged my 3-year anniversary for the 100 Aether crystals. I know I'm not gonna get this. This is not happening this round. So I go over here to the super chest, and as you see, I bought 2. You get 25,000 gold for each one you open. They also have another one that gives you there we go. They also have another one that gives you electric and gas. Personally, I think the best box to open is the food and parts, because everybody usually has an excess of electricity or gas, and you can always get guildmates to help you out in that need. But that gives you 50,000 right there already. With the behemoths and whatnot, you'll have your 60k. And personally, one of the better ways I think to spend it is going to be on the 24-hour and 8-hour shields, because that'll get you solid for probably 20 days if you do that. Let's see, what's 20? 20. So that gets you at 20,000 gold. You can take this one, not that one, sorry, the 8-hour, put it at 30. That's another 30, so that gets you about 35,000, and you're golden in terms of shields. Next you can do is, because we do have the holiday store, go through the holiday store, get stuff that you need. This is how you're gonna get the This is how you're gonna get the 10,000 or 10 million parts, 10 million food, 10 million gas, 10 million cash, 10 million electric. And these come in real handy, especially, and it makes it a lot easier to, you know, sell one box of them to make up for not having another. So like I have 2 of these, I can sell one and I'll have 10,000 or 10 million of each. But the holiday store makes that easy. Next, you know, you'll get the discounted 24-hour shields in here. You'll get discounted 8-hour shields. So instead of $4.99 for the 8-hour, it's $2.99. Very rarely, I have seen the 24-hour ones show up, and it comes out at, I think it's $7.99. But that's another good way to, you know, productively use your gold. A lot of us have a galactic battle, and you know, you want to try to get that coin before you spend all your gold in galactic battle and then not have enough to do it. But with that being said, the other way you can do it, right now we have the super vending machine. You can refresh this to get a new set of 8, but check this, see if there's anything in there that you need, because 1, it's discounted, 2, you can apply a percentage off, and that'll help you get more out of your gold. Don't just throw the gold into the wind, okay? When this turns back over to the regular slot machine, I'm fairly confident we're gonna have a 4,000 gold win option. Go blow it in the slot machine. Do the times 10. That's a real quick way to spend the gold and potentially build that gold back up while you're doing it, and get to, you know, whatever expenditure goal that you need to, that you're trying to get to, at least in terms of gold use. And there are going to be some people that spend that much gold, but it's pretty cool that they're adding a lot of the primary eyes in here now. Not that I'll ever personally get to that level of gold expenditure, but you know, it's there. So that's what that. And I'm not going to go searching high and low for it, but here we can probably see somebody going for it right here. No. But yeah, like I said, we got the behemoths back. A level 3 gives you 600. I believe a 4 is 12, a 5 is 2,400. And then when you go to 6, it's 6,000. 7 is somewhere around 10. And then when you get to 8 is 20, I believe. I don't remember. I'm not going to be able to find one, unfortunately, because they're all going to be gone at this point. But that's the behemoth ones they're the best monster event, because they give you that 9th monster to hit, which gives you 30k gold essentially for free. Now let's move on to the other new items here. I'm gonna go to classes. Anyway, so here's the new weapon. It's called the Swallow. It's going to give you attack, penetration, and crit damage. Now, here's the thing. Penetration is still new. We all have seen it in the Devil's Touch, the Wild Rose, and I think that was it in terms of what. Oh wait, no. The Truth. Yeah. So the Truth, Devil's Touch, and Wild Rose. That's where we've been seeing penetration. This one starts out a little, or 1% lower than the Wild Rose and the Truth, but it's giving you crit damage as well. And some of the meta now has shifted to where you have to get over 98% penetration whether you're building it with Wild Roses and a Devil's Touch, or the Truth and Devil's Touch for the infantry commanders, which sucks because you're not going to get anything from here in terms of HP. But you have to get really stupid close to 100% penetration for it to really matter. Otherwise, if you don't have T12, it's a waste of millenage. It's a waste of thoughts right now, unless you're able to get everything up pretty quickly. Then we have the red pupil. It's going to add dodge, accuracy, and HP. Not 100% sure how. Well, actually, I could take that back. So, infantry comms like Stella, who don't have an auto hit, this would actually be a good fit for her, because one, it adds on the dodge still, and two, it adds on accuracy. But on Stella, I still really like to put the which I don't see, Eye of the Abyss, because it gives you the accuracy at least in the first row, but it gives you total crit damage, so you hit harder. It does take away HP, but I can see this one being very good for like Stella's and other infantry comms that need the accuracy but don't have an auto hit. It could be beneficial for walker commanders, since it's adding that HP and accuracy, and if you have like a Hancock or an elf that needs the HP and the accuracy, there you go, because you probably have a dodge build on her anyways with the invincible. We already went over Ambition, we already went over Spitfire. Not Starches. So now we go to the crafting. This is also new. They added a 200 unlimited crystal. So we all had the 100 unlimited crystals here, where you needed 100 shadow matter and a pure crystal and 2 million cash to craft it. Alright. Now they've added a 200 unlimited crystal crafting, but you have to use hyper crystal, but it's also extremely less cash in order to do it. I can see this being beneficial for somebody who probably will never get to T12 anytime soon. At the same time, it really hurts your ability to quickly get T12 if you end up somehow magically getting to that research. What makes it kind of beneficial is that you're only using 100,000 cash, so it's not a big of a toll there. It only takes a minute 42 seconds to craft, which is actually pretty cool. But you're going to use 200 hyper crystals at a time to make 200, so it's 1 for 1. You don't need the pure crystals, you don't need the shadow matter. I don't know, I'm on the fence on this. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I don't really want to get rid of the hyper crystals. At the same time, I don't know when I'm ever going to hit T12 either. So that's something to consider. Last but not least, another new feature they added. If you go to members and you select, so if your art is 22, you can send to anybody. If you're not, you can only send to your level or lower. So you can now send the 180-day speed up and shadow matter to a guildmate. So that's cool. That's new. We were always like, hey, I can send resources. Why can't I send shadow matter? Finally, they're listening, or deciding, hey, we're gonna announce or give you something that you've been asking for the last 5 years. If we're in the beta for the last 5 years, and now we have it. So now, yeah, you can send shadow matter, and since I only have 144, I couldn't tell you what the limit is. I know that on some of these you can only send so many at a time. Let's see, yeah, so like with the speed ups, you can only send 1,000 at a time. So I'm wondering if they're going to set the same limit here at 1,000. But that's really cool. Thank God they finally listened. All right. Now, I haven't seen anything else new. I mean, with these updates, they don't always tell you what new little quirks that they're putting in, but that's what I've seen so far. I like some of the changes. They did, change the reward to the new commander, Huberian. who's listed as one of the 7 legendary captains, used to be Roger's closest comrade in arms. He took away Roger's right eye in the end with his own hands. So that explains why Rogers has an eye patch. So that's kind of cool. I'm really glad that they decided to nix Moonshadow as the galactic reward for top 80, because it was, let's just be honest, that was a crappy commander. It's kind of like when they gypped us with King as the season 3, I think it was, commander reward. So let's take a look at him too. So he's going to be a warp gate commander if you don't get him in top 80. So at least you know you can get him later if you don't get him, if your guild doesn't make it in top 80 galactic campaign. Alright, this is going to cost you a lot of gold in terms of releases, or start saving your release 10s now. So his first skill is Backstab. It's a 30% chance trigger rate action. Launch an additional attack, and both the normal and additional attacks guaranteed to hit. The additional attack dealing 3% of the normal attack damage, which that will probably get up to about 60% when you get that to level 60. Somewhere around there, maybe a little more. Math. Maybe closer to 100. Counter move. Chance to trigger before action. The initiator gains counter move state, rebounding once damage received from attacks for 1 round. So that kind of sounds like Robin's skill here. Chain. The ambush. But his is normal attack, or I guess it could be closer to time bombs here from Lady and Beast. The difference is it's not going to be a insane increase, but because I don't have the commander right now, I couldn't tell you what the rate of percentage is going to be back at whoever attacked you. The nice thing is, if you can survive, it says it's going to rebound a percentage of what the opponent's attack was. So if you do survive, it's going to, and someone has like a loaded comm with a lot of attack, it's going to come to bite them in the butt. And then we have Infantry Awakening, which everybody knows what that is. Honestly, I think that pretty much clears up all the new stuff right now. Just so we're clear too, we have the BOGO on magazines right now, and the increased success rate for adding leadership. This pretty much cycles every 2-week event, to where it's going to go leadership, probably going to be increase rate for success rate for upgrading equipment, and then last but not least, it'll be a half off troop event. It's hard to tell sometimes. They flip-flop that, so you get all 3 though. So we got the success rate right now for leadership. The next one's either going to be half price troop event or success rate for upgrading equipment. That pretty much sums it up. I don't see anything else new yet, and if I do, we can make another video. So if you like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. If you have questions on something that you want to see a video of, shoot me a message, let me know. I want to hear from you. Once again, YodaDaWise. See you next time.